Man U's heading to Wembley, thanks to Lindelof's penalty. Victor was like, Maguire ain't starting when I got Luke Shaw partnering me. Captain, who are you kidding me? When you're not Man United pedigree, here's the liability if you ask me. Bruno's arm, get used to the sea. Martinez, that's my family. I can't lie, that did bother me. When he got a metatarsal injury, well at least it wasn't his Achilles. When I heard that he was out for the season, got me shouting, oh goodness me. Harry Maguire's gotta get to the booting, but nobody's gonna pay that fee. Martinez, that's my family. I can't lie, that did bother me. When he got a metatarsal injury, well at least it wasn't his Achilles. When I heard that he was out for the season, got me shouting, oh goodness me. Harry Maguire's gotta get to the booting, but nobody's gonna pay that fee. Yo, it's the OT99 Banter, where opinions are shared and smoke gets served. Look, Manchester United is back again at Wembley, and we are coming to end Man City's treble dream. Look, Manchester United are back at Wembley once again. Look, that was a game that was stress, bruv. I always knew it was going to be stress against Brighton because let's face it, Brighton is a really good team playing some really good football, and you don't want to be letting your guard down against Brighton because they will take the scalp of any team on their day. And we can see it because Brighton right about now are fighting for European football in the Premier League right about now. Look, they've got a couple of games in hand over the likes of Tottenham, and if they win those games, look, they ain't going to be too far behind Manchester United. So we got to stay on our 10 toes and make sure that we do what we do in the Premier League. But besides that, let's focus on the FA Cup. Look, Manchester United is through to another final, like I said, and I am happy. Look, this is Erik ten Hag coming in first season, getting to quarterfinals Europa League, getting to a final in the FA Cup, winning a Carabao Cup already. Look, Manchester United is comfortably chilling in top 4. Look, especially when Tottenham got the L. Look, we can't ask for a lot more for Erik ten Hag's first season. And Manchester United is progressing at the pace that is, quite frankly, exceeding expectations. Look, when we started this season, Man United was happy to get a top 4, but we wasn't 100% sure we was going to get top 4 because we were thinking, you know what, Chelsea's going to come on a madness. Tottenham's back when they bought all of their signings. You know what I mean? Under Conte, we're thinking, wow, this is going to be stress. Look, Manchester United are there sitting comfortably. Newcastle was a surprise team that's also flying and over-exceeding. And right about now, it looks like Tottenham, Liverpool and them teams are going to be chilling in Europa or not making European football at all at this rate. Look, Manchester United started the game, the defense, obviously the big misses with Varane, with Martinez. Man United, look, I looked at Lindelof and I thought, and Shaw, and I thought that partnership was amazing. I love the fact that Luke Shaw is adaptable. Look, this is the reason, one of the reasons, not the reason, but one of the reasons why Luke Shaw's still at Manchester United, why he got a new contract, because his versatility, his ability to play centre-back was a revolution. It was complete revolution. Look, centre-back partner, like, as a centre-back, I would say Luke Shaw is our third best centre-back. He is so good. Like, that guy can literally walk into many teams playing as that left centre-back as a starter. He's so good playing that position. And him and Lindelof, like Lindelof again, is someone that he don't complain much. He's the perfect, like, squad player. He's the perfect guy. And when he's called upon, he does the business. Man, them called him the Iceman. Bruno Fernandes was calling him the Iceman. And you can see it. He keeps a cool head. Do you understand? He's a guy that just continuously gives you decent performances, and he gives you a decent performance when he's not being brought down by the likes of your Harry Maguire. When you partner him next to a Luke Shaw or even a Varane or Martinez, you'll see the best of Lindelof. You'll see his qualities being amplified. Look, Lindelof put in a hell of a performance, and to me, he was my man of the match, closely followed by Fred, because Fred, when he came on, I can't tell you how many of those clamps, them interceptions he was making. I ain't gonna lie. I'm told, or I read stats where Man United hasn't lost a game with Eriksen, Casemiro and Bruno all playing as a little trio. But to me, yeah, in that game against Brighton today, look, Eriksen was off the pace. Really and truly, I can only remember 1 or 2 points in the game where Eriksen actually got on that ball, put in a nice little through ball to maybe Rashford, or maybe only that once. He was getting beaten to the ball. Like the speed and pace physicality, Eriksen doesn't have that. And it's such an important feature for the Premier League. You need to have it. Like you look at the City players, right? And you don't necessarily associate your Bernardo Silvas with physicality. But if you just watch City players like move, when they lose that ball, they're like rapid dogs. You get me? They're slim. They're like petite with it, in the tick-a-tack thing, but they're aggressive when it comes to the counter press. When they lost that ball, 3-4 men are coming after you and they are winning back that ball. And that's the difference with them, man, and our guys like that. We ain't really got those guys like Eriksen that's got that same fight, that same hunger, that same aggression. You understand? Our only guys that's really got that is your likes of your Fred and maybe like your Scott McTominay with your physicality and stuff, and obviously Casemiro and stuff, but his mobility isn't as good. Fred is probably our most mobile guy. But when I saw that trio, I was like, yeah, like, you know what? All fair dues. Fred, Scott McTominay, Fred, Eriksen and Bruno. What am I talking about? Casemiro, Eriksen and Bruno, yeah? They've put on a hell of a performance with consistency. They've maintained a good partnership and they've won us a lot of points. I can't lie, we ain't lost the game. Like I said, we probably got 2 draws with those guys playing. But when Fred came on, I swear to you, bruv, he won like 10 different balls. We was able to clamp, stop, stem Brighton's attack, win the ball higher up the pitch, and it led to a lot more chances. And it just surprises me why Fred don't get a lot more starts. I know that he's on and off and stuff, but we need Fred's legs. We need his like fitness, his tenacity. We need him a lot more than we think. You know what I mean? And I feel like just getting it right. I think we were right to make that sub when we made it with Fred coming on. Like I said, he had a big impact, but we really need to be utilising him more because he put on a hell of a show. Look. And Wan-Bissaka as well. Look, I don't want that guy to leave. I really don't. We can't afford to let Aaron Wan-Bissaka leave. What he did to Matoma was amazing. Look, many people have talked about Matoma. Look, Matoma's been having a hell of a season. It was a top signing from Brighton. Brighton scouting network is amazing, picking up gems. And Matoma's one of them. They got him for what, 20 odd million or whatever it is like that, or 20 something. He's been killing it. And everyone's been saying, you know, offline on my side anyway, they've been like, oh, Matoma's going to cook. He's going to cook Wan-Bissaka. I was just like, are you crazy? Aaron Wan-Bissaka is the best pound for pound defender in the world. I can't lie. Defensively, he's the best pound for pound defender in the world, and he proved it yet again, bruv. He pocketed Matoma. Matoma did not even want to go in Aaron Wan-Bissaka's direction, and when he did, Aaron Wan-Bissaka clamped him. Aaron Wan-Bissaka was successful in all of his duels, all of his dribbles even, and that's not something you associated with Aaron Wan-Bissaka in the past. Look, Erik ten Hag, whatever he said to him, whatever he done, like after that sort of time in the wilderness, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, he went away, he got his personal trainer. You saw those little clips of him doing like isolated training drills. Look, he's come back with hunger in his belly, with fire, and he's like, you know what, I ain't going nowhere. If you want me to leave, I'm going to show you what you're missing. And Aaron Wan-Bissaka today showed everyone what we're missing. And to me personally, yeah, if you're weighing up between Delo and Aaron Wan-Bissaka, don't get me wrong, Delo has been put on a shift on the left side as well. He's been doing really well. Obviously, he scored a scorcher the other day. Was it Nottingham Forest, whatever, one of these games? He put through, Anthony put him through, scored a brilliant goal. Delo's doing well, and he's one of our most improved players of the season. Don't get me wrong. But if you're telling me who I'd rather keep out of Delo and Aaron Wan-Bissaka, I've got to call Aaron Wan-Bissaka, because Aaron Wan-Bissaka has got a quality that not many defenders in the world has got, and that's that defensive quality. And Delo, don't get it twisted, he's a good player, but I feel like you can readily replace Delo more easily than you can with Aaron Wan-Bissaka. You ain't going to be able to find another defender, another fullback like that can defend like Aaron Wan-Bissaka. He's a world-class one-on-one defender. And when you've got someone with a world-class ability, you've got to think twice before you're shipping them on. And he's also contributing offensively now. He's improving that side of his game. Do you know what I mean? He's link-up play, he's getting forward, he's progressing the ball, his dribbles, successful dribbles. Like, he's improving. And I feel like personally it'll be a mistake to let Aaron Wan-Bissaka go. Like, we're linked with this guy Frimpong, and I know he'll be more attacking like that, but I can't imagine like what it would have been like if Matoma was running at, you know, someone like Frimpong, because I know that defensively it's not one of his greatest strengths. And if we ain't capitalizing going forward with Frimpong or whatever fullback we end up with going forward and scoring those goals, look, every time we're getting that counter attack, Mandem is going to be scared. Mandem is going to be worried. So for me, Wan-Bissaka just gives me that peace, that security. So we got to keep him. Look, like, what am I going to say? DDG as well. He had a decent game, made some quality saves, kept us in the game, man. DDG kept us in the game. One thing I must say though is, like, when we went to penalties, I was like, DDG don't save penalties. He don't save penalties. And you're just thinking, damn, this is going to keep going on and on and on and on. And DDG's never going to save a penalty. And with every penalty that was like scored by, you know, Brighton, I was thinking, yep, we're going to flop. We're going to flop. Look, I read a stat again. Man United lost 7 out of their 8 penalty sort of shootouts. And in my head, I'm thinking it's an L. When we went to penalties, I'm thinking it's an L because DDG can't save penalties. In that penalty shootout, he kept on diving to his bottom right. He never switched it up. I was like, what is wrong with De Gea? Why does he keep diving this place? You see him looking in a towel, looking at some notes. I don't even know if that was mind games or he really did do his homework, but it must have been mind games, because how is everyone that is taking notes on shooting in that bottom corner? And he kept on diving that way. It must have been a bluff, you understand? And it weren't working. It really weren't working, do you understand? And I just have to give thanks to Weghorst, because Weghorst here, he did a little mind game where he kissed the ball, and that was enough to put off Solly March. Solly March skied it, and when he skied it, I was just like, yes, thank you, because we needed that, because David De Gea weren't making no save. So I knew it had to be a flop somewhere, and I'm glad that it was Solly March that did it. And you know what? With Weghorst kissing that ball, yeah, I swear, like I heard somewhere that, you know, in a World Cup anyway, where you know, doing all of that dancing, Martinez was doing that at the World Cup with Argentina, putting guys off. Guys are now got to start getting bookable offences for that sort of stuff. Weghorst kind of did it subtly, but maybe that got into the head of Solly Marches. When he skied it, I was like, yes. And you know what? I was happy that we had good penalty takers on that pitch. I was worried, thinking, you know what? If it goes to Malacia, what's going to happen? Please don't let it go to those type of guys. And, you know, luckily enough, like, it didn't go to those guys. But David De Gea, man, I would say, man, with all of his good shot stopping abilities, look, penalty saving is not his strength. Obviously, playing out from defence is not his strength. And I'm glad that we switched it up a bit today. I'm glad that we went long, you know what I mean, hoofing it to Weghorst when he came on, hoofing it up the pitch. And you know what, Martial, look, his quality, and I was surprised to see him today. I really was, because I thought when he went off with that little niggle, I thought, yeah, that's going to be him for another month, because that's how it is with Martial. But I was really surprised to see him starting. And when we went long, Martial's one of those guys where, like I said, I keep saying this, he's got the ability to control that ball, kill it dead, hold up that ball, drawing a foul. He's done it a couple of times, 2, 3, 4 times. He's able to hold that ball, drawing a foul, or like drawing other players the wide bin, that putting a ball. And that's a quality number 9. But what's the biggest issue with Martial? He can't stay fit. Look, if he could stay fit, it would be a big plus for Manchester United, but he just can't. But I'm glad he didn't get injured. And I know what, yeah, Man United's that we can see that we was up against it in this game. You can see, because Martial, he went to 85 minutes today. He went to 85 minutes because Erik ten Hag's thinking, look, I can't bring on Weghorst, like, he ain't got that potency, like, I can't afford, with Brighton's like aggressiveness and Brighton being on it, such quality side, I can't afford to let go of Martial's abilities. He went to 85 minutes before he made that sub. And that just goes to show you how much faith that Erik ten Hag has on the bench. He doesn't really have that much faith on the bench. This is why we really need to do a madness in the summer and get them quality signings, because that was a big sign. That was a big sign. Look, those guys that was out of it. Bruno was out of it. Anthony was out of it. And I saw Anthony working his socks off. And he was working his socks off, and he wasn't happy to come off, but he was out of it. He was tired. Maybe he could have played another 5-10 minutes, but he was tired. And the reason why I was tired, because he was one of the only ones running his socks off, man. He was overcompensating. He was overcompensating for the team, to the sense where, like, Bruno was initiate a press, and maybe Anthony will be pressing as well before Weghorst and then man came up. And really and truly, it was really just then man doing the press. Eriksen wasn't even near the opposition to even apply any pressure. They just skip past him. He doesn't have that level of speed, fitness, physicality to even help. So it was just like Anthony was just doing a lot before Fred came on. Anyway, Anthony was doing a lot, and I can see why he was exhausted and he had to come off. But you know what? The subs was good. It was timely, and even though, get me, Sancho didn't set the world ablaze, he did all right. He helped us maintain and retain that. He helped us maintain that ball. It helped us to get a breather, reconsolidate. What am I talking about? Reconsolidate. You get me? Take our time. He helped us retain that ball. Ball retention with Sancho and ball retention with Anthony is really good. So I was happy about that. But do you know what? Manchester United, we're into the final. We're into the final, man. And we're back at Wembley. And look, we're talking about City going for a treble. Look, Manchester United has an opportunity to directly impact on Manchester City's treble dreams now. We're there. No more looking at Arsenal to win the league. None of us want that as a Man United fan. None of us want City doing a treble. We don't want City winning Champions League. We're hoping that Real Madrid stops them. We're hoping that, they get smoked as well. Like, I don't even want Arsenal winning the league, to be fair. Man City can go and do what they're going to do. I'm tired. For the last couple of seasons, it's been Liverpool or City. I don't even know which way to turn. But you know what? Manchester United is coming to stop them doing a treble. And I think that's the biggest thing, because I don't want no other team having those sort of rights, those bragging rights like Manchester United does of doing a treble. And Manchester United can stop that. Now, what will be in the Premier League, you understand. Obviously, Arsenal let that big point gap slip. And you know what? City's hungry now. And whoever wins that, you understand. I'm not even interested in any of them. But Manchester United has got another opportunity to win another trophy. Has got another opportunity to derby City and lift that cup. We've got the opportunity and we are going to the final. My club, Manchester United, Erik ten Hag at the wheel. And you know what? Hopefully we're there singing glory, glory Manchester United, because we need that silverware, we need that confidence, and we need that boost going into next season. These players need it, man. So Erik ten Hag, I salute you. I salute you, Lindelof. I salute you, Fred. You get me? Lindelof, you're my man of the match. Fred, you're a close second. And you know what? We push on again. Next focus is the league, man. Next focus is Tottenham. Let's solidify this top four and keep it moving. Until next time, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know your comments. Let me know who your man of the match was. Let me know if you think that we've solidified top four. Let me know if you feel that we can derby City. Let me know if you feel that we should even be doing a bus parade if we do win that trophy. I don't know. There's a lot to talk about. There's a lot to discuss. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. Until next time, peace.